David Southwick. Thank you, David.
Thank you very much, Mark. Before we begin, can we please thank Mark Leach and the Never Again Is Now team for putting on this amazing event here today. Never again is. Never again is. Never again is. I wanted to just begin today to acknowledge that there are many that have lost lives through the horror of war. And no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, we value human life. And I would like to join with me in observing a minute's silence for those lives that have been lost. I'm Israel High. I'd like to also begin with acknowledging a number of people that are here today. I know that you'll hear speakers, but particularly we have the former Premier of Victoria, the Honourable Ted Baillieu. Ted, thank you for being with us here today. My state colleagues, Georgie Crozier and Renee Heath. We have James Patterson and Senator Sarah Henderson as well. But to all of you, and particularly, I wanted to reach out and give a big thank you to the Christians, to the non-Jews that have stood here side by side with the Jewish community to say, never again is now. I contrast today's event of love, of inclusiveness, of value in human life, and I compare that to the hate we have seen each and every week since October 7. And it's time to say enough is enough. Can I say this is the greatest country in the world? We live in the greatest state here in Victoria. And it is because we value everybody, no matter who you are and no matter where you come from. But unfortunately, since the events of October 7, we have seen the Jewish community targeted again and again and again, and it's time to say never again. It's simply unacceptable for those to come to the Jewish community and shut down a religious service on the Sabbath, targeting Jews for no reason at all, and then blaming them for burning down a burger shop. That is un-Australian. It is simply un-Australian to go and target Jewish businesses because they're owned by Jews. That is un-Australian. It is simply unacceptable to go to university campuses, lock yourself in buildings, harass and intimidate Jews, and that is un-Australian. It's simply unacceptable that each and every week you take over our city, you take over your streets, you spew anti-Semitism and hate to everybody. You incite fear so the Jewish community can't come anywhere. And that is un-Australian. And I say enough is enough. Everybody has a right of opinion and free speech, and we value that and we celebrate that. Discussion is good. We celebrate all life and human life. We respect that. But we never ever want to see a repeat of the Holocaust. The Jewish community have lived in fear for far too long, and that must stop today. And I say today is the day we draw the line in the sand. We say enough is enough. Stop the hate, mate. Never again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David Southwick, for your leadership and steadfast advocacy and support for this community. As he said, this is an amazing country, and we're going to stand together. And unlike some around us, we love this country. We are proud to be Australians. Many of us have come here as migrants. Some have come as refugees, or our parents came as refugees. So would you join the band in singing Advance